Sorry about that, I kind of forgot all about this. So that's still, I'm waiting to clean up all this stuff. Meanwhile, I started on the valve seals now. This is what it's going to look like after. Pull off the cylinder, the valve cover. You're going to get your rockers and your springs and everything. And basically, what you're just going to do is you're going to unloosen all the bolts. One for each rocker. Okay, I'm changing, this is for valve seals now. Changing the valve seals on a truck with the head still on it. It's possible, I'll show you later. And then once the bolt's loose, now you can take them off one by one, but this Dodge comes with a set here. Lift it straight up. Comes right out. Put somewhere nice and clean. And then you can pull the push rods out as well. These are just laying in there. Pull them right out. And then when you're done with all that, you're gonna have this. Okay? Then, what you're gonna do, pull the spark plug out of the hole. There's a fitting, you put on an air compressor. You pump the cylinder full of air. And when you use the spring compressor tool, the valve will not fall into the head. If you do not use an air compressor and you take that spring off, the valve will fall into the cylinder, and you then have to take apart the entire head, which means you got to take off the exhaust manifold, all the brackets that come with it. It's a pain in the ass. You don't want to do this the wrong way. But make sure you talk to your expert, make sure you know what you're doing. Valve seals you want to change whenever you start up your car and you get that plume of doom, they call it, the blue smoke out the tailpipe. So, obviously I don't have my air compressor set up on any of the wires out. Right now I'm just taking off the valves. Okay, this is the how-to for valve seals. If you don't want to take the head off, or if you're in the middle of a regular project and you're not doing some sort of super engine work, you want to change the valve seals. Keep the head on, take the spark plug out of the hole. This is from a compression tester kit. It's a fitting, an air fitting, and it has threads. Take it, put it right in the spark plug hole, screw that bad boy into place. Nice and tight. Okay, then you plug up your air compressor. Obviously I got one. Okay. Now, what that's doing is you're pumping the cylinder full of air. Turn the air compressor on, then you put your valve spring compressor tool on the spring. Lift it up, press the spring, then you hit this with a hammer. Spring will go down. You take out your keepers. There's two of them in there. They slide right out. And the valve, I'll show you. The spring will come off, and you can replace the seal. I'll show you in a minute. Okay, spring is compressed. Take your hammer. Shut that off. Alright, yeah, so you bang this, the spring is loose now. You're going to take out your little keepers, little rings, and slide up. Down. Screwdriver. Two parts, one. Do it. The spring comes off, sealed, put the little one off. Then one up. Spring back on. you got 2 valves per cylinder, so don't go onto this one until you move it to the next spark plug hole. Every job isn't without its setbacks. Broke off a couple of bolts in the intake, so just gonna have to wait till tomorrow. I gotta bring it to a machinist. Right now, basically, I'm prepping to put the intake back, so put all my rockers back in, and just like we took them out. Push rod back in. Push rod, if it's straight, should rest right on the lifter. There's your lifter, and it's resting. You put the other one in and just put the rockers right in the hole. Check your manual because rockers need to be tightened to a specification. A lot of cars like to have a little lash. It's called your valve lash. Or you want them to shake that little bit. When I took them off, they were all tight. So I'm gonna keep them they're hand tightened right now. I'm gonna keep them hand tight and go inside, check what the lash is supposed to be on this truck, and then tighten accordingly. But I'm just gonna put all these in. I might put the valve covers on, and then work on the interior since my intake won't be done until tomorrow.